Morning, everyone. Now, I bet you can't guess what my assembly is going to be about this morning. Let's have a think. Could it be that R word again? Got it in one. It's another assembly about respect. So I am going to share my screen with you, hopefully. Let me see. If it comes up, there you go. That's brilliant. Now, so let's have a look about respect. So we've talked about respect meaning that you care about other people's feelings. So I'm going to show you some pictures, and I'd like you to think about or to say in your head what you think that person might be feeling. How does this girl feel? Have a look at what's happening in that pictures, and you can look at that girl's face. Think to yourself, how is she feeling? How does this person feel cleaning up all the mess that's been made by other people? That reminds me a little bit of lunchtime tables, whoever has to clean up the mess. How does this man feel struggling to carry all the bags? Wonder if he's thinking, it would be nice if someone helped me. How does this girl feel? She feels like she's being ignored, perhaps, because her friends are chatting away and she's just sitting there, no one's talking to her. How does this girl feel? She's desperate to get on the laptop, isn't she? But she feels like she's not allowed to have a go on it. And how does this girl feel? The other girl in front's obviously walked through the door and slammed. She's just slammed the door in her face. If there's a situation with two people in it, they'll both see it from different points of view. They may both see it in different ways. Just as in the picture, one person could see a 6, the other person could see a 9, depending on how you were looking at that image. It's not until we look at something from the other person's point of view that we can actually see what they're looking at. So, what could the boy do differently? Maybe he could stop shouting. He could talk nicely. He could ask the girl if she's okay. How could we stop that from happening? We could make sure that we don't leave a mess. And if we do, we could tidy up after ourselves rather than waiting for someone else to do it. How could we make him feel better? Well, obviously, we could offer to help him and carry 1 or 2 of his bags. This is an obvious one, isn't it? How they can help. They can include her in the conversation. They can ask her things. They can talk to her so she doesn't feel left out. And this boy can basically share. That's all it takes. He just needs to share his laptop. The person who went through the door could actually look behind them, see if there's anyone there. And if there is, they could hold the door open for them, like many of you do as we're walking through, which is very, very nice to see. So to stop this from happening, like things like this, we can try and see things from the other person's point of view. How will they feel if the door gets slammed? How will the cleaner feel tidying up my mess? How will they feel if they don't get a go on the laptop? How would you like to be treated? So respect means to treat others the way you want to be treated yourself. And there we can see lots of these different things. All of those children or adults who felt miserable because some people weren't treating them nicely. Okay. So there are the answers. Talk nicely to people, tidy up after ourselves, help people, don't leave people out, share our things, and be polite. The 2 things to remember are to see things from other people's point of view and to listen carefully to what they say. Something to think about. So, what things can stop us from being respectful? It could be when we're feeling angry. That tends to be The one thing that I see a lot of in school, when people get angry, it stops them from being respectful. Not listening carefully. So you don't listen to people, you don't understand them, and again, it's people think you're being disrespectful. Rushing sometimes, rushing and pushing people out of the way, you know, without stopping to say, excuse me, and basically being selfish. So keeping everything to ourselves and not being generous and sharing. You know, it's difficult. It isn't easy to do what I'm asking, to be respectful all the times. There's a couple of pictures here. Why do you think, if you've ever seen a boxing match, you'll see that boxers always touch their gloves before a fight? Martial art people, they bow before a fight. That is to show respect for the other person. Even when they go into fight doing something like boxing or martial arts, they can still show respect for one another. How do we show respect when we're in the street, in the places where we live? Are we polite to people? Making sure that we don't drop any litter, that we don't shout, just talk respectfully, that we look where we're going so we're not pushing past people, that we're following the rules of the road. And if we see someone who needs help, then we help them. And how do we show respect at home? Be polite, talk nicely, listen, share, tidy up. Basically, help people. They're the things that really show that you are a respectful person. So I want you to really think this week about doing those things. I know some of you have been fabulous so far this term, and well done if you've managed so far to get one of the medals. There are more of them to come for those people who show respect, but it has to be all the time. Well, when I say all the time, everybody has little times when when it goes, but almost all of the time, okay? So not just when you see people looking at you, you walk down the corridor, you just do it. You do it when you're coming in from playtimes, if you see me standing there and I say, quiet when you walk through the door, then you're quiet when you're showing respect to me. But if you're really respectful, even if I'm not there, you'll still do exactly the same, okay? So I want you to just shut your eyes and have a think about how you could be more respectful, even more respectful in some people's cases. Okay, let's make our school a really happy, respectful place to be. Okay, thank you for listening, everyone, and I'll see you in school. Bye.